groovy.
Hey everybody, my name is Clowntown. You can find me at Twitch TV/Clowntown, and today we're looking at a game called AntiHero. Just picked it up off the Steam sale. Right now, if you're in the 2017 Winter Steam sale, it is now $7.49. Great deal. I've had this on my wish list for a long time and never pulled the trigger, but finally the price point was met. So I hit the button, and here we are. A couple reasons why I had this game on my wish list for a while. One, it's won every award, every indie award. If you look at it, go to the Steam Store, site. It has all of its awards listed. Has great reviews. Two, I like this art style. It's a lot like kind of a Don't Starve, kind of something from Clie Studios, although it's not from Clie Studios, from Versus, but it has that sort of cool, gritty art style. A little snarky, a little serious, which I like. And two, it looks like a really cool board game, so I figured I'd try it out. So thank you guys from Versus for putting this game out there and for putting it on the Steam sale. I did have a chance to play around a little bit with it last night, and so I'm going to bring you guys up to speed, and we'll do a little bit of a tutorial, a little bit of a let's play. And at some point, we'll catch up to where I am, do a little bit of instructional, catch up to where I am in the campaign. And then from then on, it'll be new exploration we'll explore together. So thank you for being here. So let's dive into it. Looks like there's a couple of game modes: campaign, online, skirmish. This might be local. I've never clicked on either of those. I've only clicked on the campaign and quit. Couple of options. You can run it window to full screen. There's a enter secret code, which I don't know, something else to go along the game. Credits, controls. Controls look very simple. Windows full screen runs in 1080p. And I like the sounds in these in the game. It's one thing to have the sounds need to be, one, meaningful, and two, satisfying. And the sound design in this game is very well done. You click to move somewhere, and there's a definite, there's a click, and there's a satisfaction of accomplishing that move, and there's also some meaningful things that go along on the board that will draw your attention the right way using only sound. So it's done well. It's really well done. So anyway, let's jump into the campaign. So far, I've only gotten to 3 levels. Here is the first 3. I did the first 2 new in town. There's a little tutorial that you can step through. We'll step through that. Second one, I beat it on normal mode, which is the only thing I'm really equipped to do it. At some point, I may go back and do it on hard mode. There's 1 through 3 stars. You can do it on easy, normal, and hard. I'm probably just going to go through it on normal, so I can understand the game the way it's kind of at the base level, as the way it's normally meant to be played. I think I have a decent understanding of how to do things. There's some pieces of the game that I have not yet been exposed to. Like explosives. You can see where I got to chapter 3 yesterday. There's make some unpleasant new acquaintances. Lygrave gets aggressive. So the enemy AI apparently is going to be a little harder. And then this first one, this new in town, is just like a tutorial. So let's jump in. Chapter 1. Lygrave, a rival thief, muscles in on Lightfinger's territory. Your character, the one you're playing as, his name is Lightfinger. He's a thief, and Lygrave is a rival. So you are blue, and your AI counter, the antagonist is Lygrave. So this is your guild. You're blue. You'll see his guild, which will be red, and it walks you through some of there's a cinematic that I've already been through. So I'll hit play, and it does a little bit of voice on each new section that you go to. So let me replay that for you.
Lightfinger, the master thief, ran his guild in a small corner of a city ruled by violence, corruption, and greed. We won't claim he made an honest living, but he got by. And what other choice did he have? The elites who ruled the city lived like kings while the masses starved. Whether above the law or below it, everyone was a scoundrel of some sort.
All right. So it's like Lightfinger didn't choose the life chose him, apparently. everyone was a scoundrel of some sort. So you can be a scoundrel for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. It looked like the elites were the ones in the pictures above the top. I have seen a couple of those in the game. Has made their way around. Okay, let's play. So you start out as Lightfinger. The first part, later on in the game, you have the set number of actions. In this very first part, you have unlimited actions as it walks you through the tutorial. Run your Thieves Guilds, scout the city, and steal everything. Steal everything. Steal it all. And then bribe, blackmail, and assassinate to win. So there's some victory points that'll be clear, come clear later. But you win by 3 things. You either bribe enough, you blackmail enough, or you assassinate. And those will become clear on how to do those. Master Thief is your main character. So this is your dog. He scouts fogged areas and he burgles houses. So you can see whether they have a big sack of loot or a small sack of loot, depending on what you can get. So you see the city is on this little board, and it says tap fogged areas to scout them. All right, so you see some houses, some inert, and then here's your guild, here's your Lightfinger. And as you tap them, I have it set on the right click, which is a handy way to do it. And then gives you a nice little confirmation. The sound design in this game is really good, as I said. As you click, you'll hear some satisfying click to let them know that you did it. So that you see I can scout along that way. And then you can, it's telling me to burgle this house. So you go in. So ordinarily there would be actions above his head, but at the first one it's tutorial. It's a tutorial that you're going through, so there's no actions counted against you. So I'm gonna go ahead and burgle this guy. I don't think there's any. I've never been caught. Master Thief burgled the building, but there's more to be stolen. So buildings can be burgled more than once. So I got 2 from it that time. Let's do it again.
For me.
And I got 1 more. So small buildings can be burgled twice. The second burglary is less valuable, right? So I got 2 in the first one, 1 in the second one. All right. So then it says go over here to this little trading house, which this is looks like a generic house, but the Wagging Tongue Trading House, it looks like it's creating these lanterns. And the lantern explanation will be coming along here in just a second. So we've we've burgled and scouted a business. Buildings with the banners above them are business. So that other house did not have a banner. This one does have a banner. So you use these urchins that you can recruit to infiltrate them, and then they become a source of income for you. Income, you can either get gold or lanterns, and these lanterns allow you to do upgrades. All right. And the upgrades will become clear once you get over to your guild screen, which is telling me to go to my guild screen right now. But I'm in the way of it. So here. It says press a guild button to go to the guild upgrade screen. Oops, sorry, let me put myself back. All right, so go to the guild. Click on my guild. Upgrades. Each turn you can buy upgrades for your guild. Upgrades cost lanterns. All right. And you get lanterns from infiltrating trading houses, and it's a type of business. Right, so here you can see the little tech tree. You have, if I can move that, you have stabbery, sneakery, and which I love the wording here. I use this type of vernacular in my business and personal life. This might be cookery. But I'm gonna. It's telling me to unlock cooking, so let me recruit urchins, so I can go out and get infiltrate some businesses. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook that. I spent some lanterns on it. You get 1 urchin for free. Buy. Confirm. Skullduggery, sneakery, and stabbery. There you go. So far so good. Now I can. I've used my lantern. I've spent a lantern, which is an upgrade path on one of these. You can see that all these have gone up. All these have gone up 1. They have a little up arrow. 1, they're red because I can't do them because I don't have any lanterns. And 2, they're red because also they have gone up 1 because I've already purchased one. So if you wait, it's usually turn-based. This is in the tutorial. It's not turn-based. As it's turn-based, you'll see purchasing 2 in a same turn is way more expensive than waiting to purchase 1 per turn because of the pricing. But we'll see that later on. So now I have an urchin. There he is. I got an urchin for free when I learned that cooking. So I'm going to go right-click, infiltrate this house so I can...
All right, then.
All right, then. He goes in there, and you see of the little dots right here, 1 of the 3 is free. So if I click on this, down here in the bottom left, oh, and now here comes the action points. All right, I'll show it in a minute. They refill each turn. All right, so here we go. Trading house is gives you 1. 1 urchin in this house creates 1 per turn. If I add 2 more, I can create 2 lanterns per turn. So as now, I will be able to earn lanterns through, or be able to earn lanterns through sending more urchins this way in every single turn. So now I'm now turn-based. So light finger, instead of being infinite move, I have 2 actions here. So 1 action, scouting and burgling use action points. Move to an already scouted tile. An already scouted tile is free. So I can move to anywhere that's already scouted for free. Right, so I went there and it scouted that whole row because I can look down that row. So that used 1 action point. Second action point is here. I'm going to go scout this back line right here. And look at there. It's opened up another section of the city. Uh-oh, you're not the only thief in town. Lygrave, the antagonist, has established his own guild nearby. You need to stay 1 step ahead of him and his gang. See, now here, there's his guild house. And I've used up all my actions, so it's telling me to do the submit button and let Lygrave do his thing. All right. So I'm going to submit the turn. The Master Thief runs to the safety of the guild at the end of each turn. So wherever you've moved, your guy goes back. But remember, movement along the scouted areas is free. So he's infiltrated a bank, which creates extra per turn, and he's put out a thug here. So we'll learn about thugs here in a second. The thug blocks your path. You need to deal with him. So he has 1 health. That's his heart right here. So let's upgrade first. Buy the dagger. The dagger costs 1 lantern, which I've earned 1. So I'm going to buy this. What this lets me do is the Master Thief can attack once per turn for 1 damage. So we're going to run over here. Take out the thug. So I'm going to right-click on him and attack him. So I can do 1 damage. He has 1 health. I now have a dagger. Ta-ding. I got a gold. And now I can pass by him. That thug was just meant to block my path. So let me scout here. I found some footprints. So these footprints show where your other rival gang has scouted. You can still move freely on red tiles. So he has not scouted me. I've scouted him. Because there are no red tiles over here. I'm out of actions. I've done my upgrade. I have gold here. I can't recruit any more urchins. The game has locked me out. Normally what I would do is I would send some more in here, use my gold to recruit some urchins, but this is kind of a locked tutorial, so I'm going to submit. As it's telling me to do. I produced a lantern. Lygrave's turn. You'll see him do his thing. He's made an urchin. He's going to go put another one in that bank. You think he's going to put a thug up? It's the church. Okay. Steal everything. Recruit urchins. Recruiting urchins thugs cost gold. The Master Thief steals gold when he enters buildings. Most buildings can be burgled twice, although the first burglary is worth more. Burgle dark houses for gold. Okay. Just telling me to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and get one that's over here near him. Grab one of there. New dark businesses for new infiltration opportunities. So you see that there are some houses, these are green, and these are different types of businesses. Green leads to a certain type of production in something you can get from houses. Yellow is, I think these are upgrading type houses. Gray is churchy type houses, I think, and you can get blackmail points for them. And these yellow type houses are more for money. So different colors mean different things in these houses apparently, but that will be apparent as we as we move into the game a little bit. So it's telling me to scout this business. I can't go scout these. It's telling me to scout this business. So I scouted the Lesser Welt. I did burgle it, the church. Shame. And then gray districts have gray has churches. Infiltrate with 1 urchin to earn 1 gold per turn. 3 urchins get you a blackmail victory point. And what they don't really tell you on this one is that your victory points are up here. So up here, Lygrave has 1 victory point that he needs, and I have 1 victory point that he needs. In the next scenario, you'll see 3 empty spots here, so you need 3 victory points to win. This one you only need 1, so how it told me is to buy urchins and just load up this church, and I should win. So let's go ahead. It's telling me to spend my gold on an urchin. So let's go ahead and recruit one. And then I'm going to send him straight in there and infiltrate.
All right, then.
And then, so here's my condition down here. A urchin creates 1 per turn. If I get 2 more, I get a victory point. And if 1 victory point here, if I fill this one in, I win the scenario. So remember to upgrade. So if you can't afford an upgrade, you can always take charity. So you either spend your lanterns, or you can take lanterns or some more gold. Charity grants a small amount of lanterns or gold for free. There's no downside to charity. Take it whenever you're not buying an upgrade, right? So you can either upgrade or you can take some additional stuff here, right, in charity. So I only have 1 lantern. There's nothing. It's not going to let me buy scout any sneakery. I would love to spend my lantern on this, but I'm locked into this because it's teaching me about charity at the moment. This is very useful because the Master Thief gets an additional action, which I would love to be able to move around a couple times, but I'm going to grab a couple more lanterns so I can grab a few more of these. Grab some lanterns. So now that I've taken charity, I cannot upgrade this turn, so I have to end my turn. Lygrave is out of actions. I've already done an urchin action here, even though I can't afford one more. It's not letting me. It's making me go to the next turn. By the way, mouse wheel is in and out. You can zoom in and out, and then your arrow keys are move up, down, left, right. I think the rest of the controls you can hotkey and make these. Everything I've been able to do is mouse wheel, up, down, left, right, and everything I've been able to do is I've been able to do with the mouse, but you can hotkey some other things for some options in here. Let me show you those controls. See, there's some that are pan left, up, down, left, right, transparent building, shift, etc. Enter for a live match. You can set these hotkeys as you want. There's not much there. I put right click for actions. And that has been, you hold down shift. Yeah, and you can transparent buildings if you're trying to move different places, and you can get the buildings out of your way. But otherwise, very simple controls, very easy to learn. And they do a really good job of walking you through these turns in a stepwise fashion, so they can teach you how to run this game. So I'm going to go into this turn. I'm going to get a lantern. I'm going to get a gold. Lygrave will do his actions. See an urchin. He's going for that 3rd bank. Lygrave's coming over here scouting. Oh, he's put a blocky thug. Because what I want to do is I want to load this church up with urchins. Send 2 more urchins and upgrade the church for, if I get 3 of those urchins in there, I send 2 more of them, I'll get a blackmail victory point, which I only need 1 to win this scenario. In the next one, I needed 3. I'm not sure if that's a consistent pattern, because I've only been through a couple of them. All right, let's go knock this thug out the way. I'm going to get him out the way. Got him. And then I'm going to go here. There's nothing else I can really grab. It's locking all these other ones. Ordinarily I would spend all these and get myself excellent.
What?
Let's get an urchin. Let's go upgrade here.
Let's go.
What's that?
3. I can't move here. I can't scout anything.
Is that all?
Oh, I guess I can. No more actions. And I guess it's just going to make me win.
Hello.
Group more urchins. I may as well not put any more in here. I may as well win and get on to the next one. The next one's a little bit more fun. I would love to to infiltrate and get this oily pier done, because that adds to thugs and all that, but I don't even have thugs and gangs unlocked. We'll learn about that next round. There it is. So I got 3 in the church. I got a blackmail victory point. And that was enough to win this scenario. There you go. My finger wins. So then it unlocks this chapter 2. And we'll do chapter 2 in just a second.